Greetings, Exiles. Bullshifter here. Very exciting stuff as Blight League has just begun. We've actually caught this pretty much right at the countdown. The countdown ended just a little while ago, so we're going to go ahead, jump in, and yeah, begin the new league. Super excited. This should be a very, very fun league. Definitely looking forward to playing. So something I kind of wanted to do for this new league is something similar to what we did when I began the live streams. They were essentially educational streams where we just built a character. We built them up from scratch, brand new skills, and didn't really plan anything else out. We just kind of ran it off the fly, and that's what we're going to do with this character. I've actually never built a ranger class character, so it's something that'll be brand new for me, and that's essentially what we're going to do. We are going to build a brand new ranger in Blight League, something brand new, something fun, and something that we can educate people on and build as we go. So we're going to go ahead and obviously pick Blight League here. Head over to our ranger. Hey, what's up, Soho? Good to see you. That's right, we can't use the same name. Oh, let's try. Yeah, I was actually reading that on the forums that Xbox One was having some issues. I guess the patch didn't get approved. I'm not exactly sure if that's kind of on GGG's end or if that's Xbox's end. It seems kind of weird that it was deployed on PS4 but not Xbox, but Xbox may just have stricter rules for implementing patches, but I've heard this isn't the first time you guys have had that issue either. So that's, I mean, beyond unfortunate. That just straight up sucks. But, I do hope that, any potential Xbox players will kind of join us on the stream tonight and just kind of hang out for a bit. So what I'm actually going to do here tonight, we're just going to pick our skills and our gear and everything, our ascendancy points on the fly. I have absolutely nothing planned out. I did this for my very first stream character, which was a necromancer, and it was actually a lot of fun. I feel like people really enjoyed that. If you do have specific skill gems that you'd like to see used during this essential, character build process, feel free to request things. We're just going to have fun this league. On Friday, Borderlands 3 comes out. I do plan on playing that quite a bit and streaming that, but I've kind of decided that throughout Blight, I kind of want to just do what I did in Synthesis and have a character that I strictly only play on stream, that we're going to build on the fly, and I kind of want it to be an interactive experience. So, if there's experts out there who have suggestions for different things we can do with the build, I'm open to those ideas. Or if you're kind of new and just want to see what specific skill gems do, or what different skills support gems do, if there's different gear you want to see used, we're gonna have fun with it. That's gonna be the big thing. This isn't gonna be an expert build. It's not gonna be something he just healed everything. It's not going to be something that's going to be min-maxed. It's just going to be a serviceable build that we're going to hopefully push as far as we can into mapping. Look at all those arrows. Hey, look, you're a beast, dude. No one else could take that many arrows. What a savage.
I'm still breathing. That's a good sign.
Damn right, we're still breathing. So I do think Ranger class will be fun. I've built other ranged characters, but not an actual Ranger. we have to level up first. Okay, so let's check out this skill tree, which I actually have not looked at. Evasion and max life. Or projectile damage. So that's actually kind of hard to decide between. I do feel like a ranger is probably going to be a bit squishier. The projectile damage is probably nice, but I think we're going to need some of the survivability. Max life, max life, max life. See, and we actually have some attack damage stuff down here anyways. Attack speed. Movement speed is solid. So I think we're actually going to go ahead and kind of build on the tankier side of things to start. Open that door. Talk to Nessa and grab that speech line, and I think he has our reward. Yep. Split arrow, ice shot. I think we'll go with caustic arrow. Message retract. What kind of language are you using over there, dude? Get rid of burning arrow.
Yes?
Go ahead and sell that off. Let's see. You got any movement boots for me, dude? You don't have boots for me in general. That's not cool. Alright, so go to our stash over here. One thing we're not going to do, we're not going to race. Just never been my jam to race, especially when we're trying to do like more educational stuff. Doesn't really make sense to kind of zip through everything. Where is my currency stash tab? I hate that these by default are actually behind all my other stash tabs. Yeah, I'll just put burning arrow in there for now. Ooh, maybe we'll get lucky here. Increase movement speed. It's only 10, but I mean, that's a start. I like to move all this stuff over here. Alright. Let's push forward. Oh, no worries, dude. No worries. Caustic arrow is pretty solid. Let's see if we can just crush through here.
My mana is gone.
So I think if we can tank up enough and maybe get some sort of leech going, hopefully we can build a nice tanky ranger. So this is okay, so this must be our league mechanic here. I don't know why we're shooting at our league master over here. Caustic arrow's not a bad little starter skill.
Yet another of our cast
Okay.
off. See this growth? Not on me. The fruiting body.
Doesn't look like a mushroom.
Mushroom? Strange, that not? Wouldn't expect something of this scale in a place like this. Stands out like a sin during sermon.
No, we're not going to read through all that. Goodbye. Interact to begin Blight encounter.
Well done. Now be a good assistant and find a place to deploy power.
Fireball or chilling?
Exile.
Let's do chilling.
The blight is reacting.
I'm not sure what type of enemies we're actually going to run into here. So we'll just try and get a variety of things going. Oh, you jerk. I'm doing stuff here. Go blasting your fire by me. Yikes. So we probably should have cleared the area first.
For the love of innocence, protect the pup.
I'm trying, lady. I'm trying. There.
The worms will have to wait a bit longer for this meeting.
Of course.
It was I who tasked you.
That's fine. So, first run through, not super successful because we had some outside interference. Not a big deal. If this is like any other league, literally every single time we run into a different area, we're going to run into that. So we'll have plenty of opportunities. Trial by fire. We did gain a skill point. So let's keep it up. Adding some extra life. So somebody's level 12 already. Pretty solid work on their part. So monster level 2, we're actually kind of over leveled for this area already, so we should probably just move through. Thinking the area we need to go to is probably in the southeast though. So we'll definitely get the league mechanic figured out a bit better. I'm assuming the different types of towers that you place probably aren't super important when you first start, but as the enemies change up and get more powerful, I mean, from what I had read in the patch notes before the league began, it seems like different enemies will be weak to different towers, so it'll only almost be like a kind of rock, paper, scissors thing there. Alright, so let's actually... We don't want to go to the mud flats. We want to go over here. Over to the tidal island. So one thing I would recommend if you're just trying to essentially run through the content as quickly as possible and you're just trying to level and get to endgame, you can skip a good majority of the side quests. There's some good wikis you can check out online that'll actually have all the quest rewards written up. And once you're kind of more accustomed to which missions offer skill points, you can run those as you go. Otherwise, I mean, you can also choose to just kind of run through the game and then come back when you're higher level and pick up the rest of your skill points. Usually when I do these educational streams, I tend to just kind of run through the main quests, and then like in my off time or on another stream, we go through and run the quests where we get all of our skill points. We're just going to build up a mob here and try to attack a bunch of stuff at once. Speed this along a little bit. There's actually some decent sized mobs here. I suppose that came with last league's major patch. There we go. There's our medicine chest. Small life flask.
Mana is gone.
Let's see, have we picked up? We do have a portal scroll.
I'd almost stop.
And we might as well grab a Quicksilver. It's usually what I'll grab through here. And might as well grab Lesser Poison Support if we're going to start using Caustic Arrow. Unfortunately, we don't have gem slot for that, though. It's actually a nice one to have early. Let's see, physical damage, max life, that's pretty decent. So that's essentially the same. We'll just sell that off. I'll just identify our boots, see if we can get more increased movement speed. No, nothing on either one of those. So let's actually equip this here. No, we'll put it on the up D-pad. Medium life flask. Actually, let's equip this here. And then left will be our chill immunity. Oh, no, we do not want to discard that. Just need to get a 3-socket bow. So let's sell these off to Nessa. Let's see if we can get an improved bow. Oops. Talk to Tarclay. Okay. There's a 3-socket green. Not linked, though. There's another 3-socket. We haven't hit level 5 yet, though, either, so we can't actually equip any of those. Yeah, so he doesn't really have anything all that useful for us right now. Everything else is just stuff we can loot anyways. Hey, what's up, Darkness? How's it going? So from here, as nice as it would be to, you know, have a 3-slot green, just not the cards right now. So we're just going to continue along our main mission. So basically just have to move forward. Go up to the coast. Go into the mud flats, and then we'll just keep heading north. Go ahead and use our Quicksilver and just kind of get through here. Clear out the area a little bit.
My mana is gone.
So one thing you kind of want to do early on is if you're going to be stuck fighting a bunch of enemies trying to clear out areas, you may as well build up a little bit of a mob as long as your character can handle it. Jeez, does the NPC for this event really have to sing like that? Lordy. So we won't make the same mistake we made last time. We'll clear this area out. Seems to be kind of key in just about any of the leagues we've had so far. I mean, this is only our 3rd league, but I would like to see what we get for actually finishing one of these early on. Didn't help that we had an elite interrupt what we were trying to do last time. Don't really know how far in they'll come from. So we might as well just clear out everything. I'm sure these guys would have come over. I've actually got a vest now. Something I have to keep in mind too is my loot filter is probably still on, so I may actually have to hit the left stick in to actually see a good majority of my loot. So we got a few towers built there. That must be our limit. So mana sustain's probably going to be the challenge early on. But yeah, the biggest reason why I'm down here instead of up there is simply because I actually built towers up there, which I figured would protect it. Did we do it?
I've not seen anything like
I think we did it. I think we successfully protected it. I don't feel like we got anything for our efforts, though. Maybe we did pull it off?
pain brings strength. That's nature for you. Oh, go on.
Oh, anoint items. Okay. Anointing information. Amulet ring or blight unique object or blighted map in a crafting slot. Modify these items to combine. Okay. I see. So we don't actually have any oil, so that's where we do this. But we really didn't get any loot from that, huh? So that's kind of an unrewarding start. Nothing really dropped. Didn't get any oils or anything like that. Almost wondering if this is kind of a waste of time to run early on then. Get all these glyphs so we can open that pathway up. The last one should be over here. So I do feel like so far in the beginning, tankiness wasn't a bad idea for this build. We'll see how our damage output does as we move forward, though. Okay, let's see. See, I am going to actually have to pay attention. I may just want to change my loot filter, to be honest. It's probably a bit early to have the loot filter that I have on. So let's just go with regular to start. Just so that way we're still seeing everything. I don't have to keep clicking the left stick in. Let's see. So what are we missing? We're missing a belt and an amulet. Aside from that, we have stuff equipped pretty much everywhere. A triple green would be nice, though. Actually, let's socket this so we're at least leveling it up, even though it won't actually be doing anything. Oh, no, so that's where we actually put our glyphs. So we're missing one. Turn on the overhead. Okay, so you can kind of see it over to the west from where we're at right now. We'll open up that pathway, and then let's grab this shrine. And then we can just head north, keep doing our main quests. Only reason I want to do this side quest right away is just to make sure we actually open up that glyph wall to get that passageway done. Quicksilver. Pick that up for now. I think we can equip our... I think we have other... Do we have anything else that has green slots? Yes, our gloves do. Max life and fire resist. So obviously better than what we have because it has, you know, nothing. Better mana flask. That can go there. Alright, we're good to go. So submerged passage is open. We don't need to go in there now, but I just like to have it unlocked for future use. Right now, I think we're only level 5. Yeah, so we're level 5, and we're using Caustic Air with Pierce support to start. We're going to kind of build this on the fly. I haven't really done any research whatsoever. We're just kind of creating a build as we go, similar to how I did with my Necromancer when I first started streaming. But right now, to start, since a Ranger is a bit squishier of a class, I've just decided to grab pretty much all the early life nodes, just in hopes that it'll help our survivability early on, since that's more of a challenge after after Legion League's big patch, which kind of adjusted the early game difficulty. Granted, if we die early on, it doesn't really matter. We don't start getting a penalty for dying until after, like, Act 5 is when it originally starts, and even then it's relatively small. After Act 10 is when you really start seeing penalties for death. And this is actually exactly what we needed. So we're going to equip this, and now we can add our lesser poison support to this, which will increase our damage output. Yeah, so now we're actually one-shotting a lot of these enemies. Nothing could drop from there. Essentially, we just need to clear everything out of this area. Oh, level 6. And we are spending a little too much time killing. And you can tell that basically by if you are at or above the area that you're in. If the monsters are a higher or low level than you. We're a bit higher than they are, which typically means early on maybe killing a bit too much stuff. I mean, in this area, it's our mission to kill everything, though, so... So far, survivability is actually pretty good. And he went down. It's actually a pretty early rare right there. None of the stuff that I want, though. Hey, what's up, Wavy? How's it going? Hopefully everyone's enjoying the new league so far. At least from my experience so far, the mechanics don't seem to be super useful early on. But I may have just gotten unlucky too. We didn't get any oils to drop or anything like that. I don't think I'm running it incorrectly, but we'll figure it out along the way. I did minimal research on this league and on this build, just because I kind of wanted to go in and just kind of figure this out as we go. Just to kind of challenge myself and have a bit more fun with it, to be honest. So a better bow, that'll be useful. Physical damage, mana on kill. I don't think we have any special stats on this one. No, it's still our default bow. ahead and equip that. Just discard that altogether. We don't need it. Don't need that. We don't need that chest piece. Those are all things we'll sell. So I do like to sell some stuff early on just to gain some level of currency to start off with. How do we not have a portal scroll? That blows my mind. Okay. No big deal. We kind of came all the way back around to the entrance anyways. Yeah, no portal scroll. That's insane. Actually really surprised by that. Means we've only run across one so far. Sadly, I have already run into some lag, which is kind of nuts, because not a whole lot's going on so far. More max life. Back to Lion's Eyes Watch. Okay, Bear Trap, Puncture, Bautista. So I guess for now, I kind of want to try Traps, because Traps did just get a major overhaul. Can lower their movement speed, which actually kind of helps with a ranged character. So, just for fun, go ahead and run that. And Dash, cool. So we have a movement skill now. Book of Regerts. Oh, let's sell some of this crap off. Normally I'd recommend, you know what? Yeah, let's get a larger one there. That should be everything we need to sell. Use that. Oh, it auto-equipped it for us, actually. So that is good. Alright, we want to equip Dash. And let's also equip our traps and throw all this other crap in the storage. It's all currency, I shouldn't call it crap. So, Dweller of the Deep, if I remember correctly, this actually does award a skill point. So that will give you a book of skill. We're just going to skip it for now, though, and just kind of keep working forward. So this, I believe, is actually, yeah, this is the pathway that we've already unlocked. So we actually kind of started doing our required actions for that already, because the Submerged Passage is already unlocked. That's what we got those glyphs for. So when you're in that area, I mean, you can do it after you get the mission, but I just kind of do it right away. So that way it's unlocked. I can just run forward and just get it done with. You're in the area already anyways. You might as well, you know, finish it off. Identify rare. Wow, that was delayed. That was very, very delayed. We must have missed an area up north here, because I don't think we're supposed to go south. Oh, we went the... I'm dumb. We went in the wrong area. Losing my mind. Yeah, mud mudflats. Terrible sense of direction, as always. I was going to say, it seems super odd that the area had already reset when we had just been there. This makes a lot more sense. That is the... Okay, so it's actually down here to the southeast. We haven't crashed. Performance-wise, it's kind of hard to tell, just because there's nothing all that intense going on. I have seen a couple of lags so far, which truthfully isn't promising. I don't think I should be seeing any lag this early in the game. Like I said, there's not a ton of stuff going on. I did run a couple of the towers and didn't really notice a huge performance drop, but they're not really sending a lot of enemies at this point, so if desync started already, I'd be pretty concerned. But yeah, the fact that I've lagged a little already is a little concerning. Maybe it's just my internet tonight, I'm hoping, but I'd kind of talked about in a couple videos, well, I actually talked about in the video that I made when they announced the new league, that I was a bit concerned that the new mechanics, if they didn't do performance increases or performance enhancements through the patches, that it was going to be almost unplayable. So we'll see. I'm hoping I'm wrong. So we can go down through there and grab more attack damage. Probably head through here and grab that node. Although we're not going to dual wield, so I actually don't want that. Maximum mana. Because we're going to do ranged. Let's do this, and maybe we should have... Okay, so we can move our way up and bow damage and attack speed. Okay, so that's solid. So we can at least grab that. Worst case scenario, we can always come back for those nodes. Looks like we can work our way down through for these. Increase movement speed, damage over time with bow skills. So if we actually decide to stick with, I think we have Caustic Arrow right now. Cooldown recovery with movement skills. So that's actually pretty solid. We might come down for that. Yeah, there's some really nice skills down that way. Increased attack speed, global accuracy, and dexterity. Dexterity is something we're going to need anyway, so yeah, that's probably a solid node to grab. We're actually building on the fly, just like how I did with my Necromancer on stream. I thought that was a super educational stream. We did make it all the way through the storyline and got into mapping without actually buying anything off the auction block.
My mana is gone.
We did it basically with all rare items. So I want to do something kind of similar with this character and just building it on the fly, just to kind of give a general idea of how it can be done. Just by having a focus on the skills that you want to use. I actually I've never built a ranger character before, and I didn't really do much of any research. I kind of wanted to go into this blind and just see how we could do. I do know I want to use bows. I know Caustic Arrow is a pretty decent leveling skill, so I may stick with that for a little while, but we'll see. Yeah, I don't blame those people for who took off work to play, for being kind of pissed off about what's going on right now. That's completely understandable. Like, I would be pretty irritated in their shoes also. Man, so Xbox still isn't up. That's crazy. I thought when they said they had like a delay that hopefully it would only be for a couple hours for Xbox users, so that really, really sucks. So, for any of you guys watching who are Xbox users, you know, major condolences to you guys. That's kind of a load of crap that you guys can't play right now. Happy to have you in here with the stream, but I mean, obviously you guys want to be playing, so that sucks, and I feel for you guys. That sucks big time. Yeah, so I'm thinking with this build, we'll probably stack a lot of dexterity. We'll stack evasion as our secondary defense. We'll try and stack a bunch of life, do bow damage. If we stick with the poison skill, we'll definitely do damage over time increases as well. If everyone subscribed to everybody, then would anyone really be subscribed to anyone? Yeah, it's got all Socrates on this. Some new gloves. What do our current gloves look like? Evasion 11, energy shield 3. That doesn't make a difference at all. These will add to our dexterity, but I don't think we have... Yeah, we didn't have another green gem slot. I'm definitely not going to be using any chromatic orbs quite yet. This is way too early to be doing anything with our items. Oh, would you look at that? How convenient.
My mana is gone.
And that's exactly why you don't do anything with your items this early. Yeah, that sucks. An ETA at least would be nice. Just so you guys have some sort of idea of when you can actually play. Like, I get it. Like, PCs, you know, their main focus. But at the same time, like, there are plenty of people on console who've spent money and, you know, people clearly still want to play on console. If you want to grow your player base, you kind of have to make the right moves. Probably killing too much stuff here, but I mean, white mobs like this, if you can clear them out fast enough, obviously the experience is okay enough early on to where it's going to help you level up. I mean, we're already level 8 in a level 6 zone. So we're actually going to work our way down through here and grab some of these range nodes, just because I like the sound of those. Plus it's giving us dexterity along the way. We took a bunch of life nodes just to make ourselves a little tankier. Obviously as a ranged character, we're probably a bit squishier than most other characters. Dexterity will also help add to our evasion. Grab some accuracy along the way. That's something I'd kind of like to do with this character, just because I've never built a character that does that before. I mean, the only reason we have energy shield right now is because of just some of the items that I've looted so far. But yeah, I definitely wouldn't be opposed to it. I think it'd be an interesting build. I'd like to see how often I can actually evade hits with stacking as much evasion as I possibly can. That's the big thing I wanted to do this league too. Like, everyone's going to be running, you know, traps, speaking of which. Lay down a little trap right there. A lot of people are going to be running traps. You're going to see a ton of necromancers, probably a good majority of necromancers. I built a necromancer in Legion League, so I'm not going to do it again here. I wanted to build something completely different that I don't feel like a lot of other people are going to run. Just so that way when we're streaming and, you know, doing stuff like that, it gives people something different to watch. I'm sure a good majority of the PC streamers, you know, people are going to run the stuff that's been buffed. It makes sense. I don't blame anybody for that. I did it last league. You know, Cyclone got that huge buff with the melee update. I wanted to try it out because it sounded fun. And it was fun. Like, I had fun with Cyclone. It was good. It was a solid skill. But I was running a, you know, I created my own build, but at the end of it, it ended up being, you know, super cookie cutter. Because, you know, pretty much everyone was, you know, running a build that was really similar. So this league, I wanted to do something different, something that I don't see a lot of people running, and I just don't think a lot of people are going to run Ranger this league. And I've never run a Ranger, like I'd mentioned earlier, so I thought it'd be fun to do something I'd never done before. It's one thing that kind of helps keep me invested in the game is if I just continue to build different characters, because different characters really do have a different feel to each other. It makes the game feel different, it keeps it entertaining, and keeps things fresh. Doctor Casual. Dude, that guy is always rocking it racing when the new league starts. Like, obviously it's not the same character name he's had for his characters in the past, but I know that that's that same guy because he always has that Doctor in his name. We got a chromatic item up here. Yeah, so we're definitely capable of taking some hits, because I don't find myself having to heal super often. We're actually having to use more mana vials than health vials. So I should grab this rare. See, I kind of lagged a little bit right there. I definitely shouldn't be lagging this early on in my quest. No blue screens yet, which is good. Need to use my movement skills a bit more here. We don't need to kill everything under the sun. We've already outleveled a lot of this area. Actually, let's clear these guys out. I want to run another tower run, just to see if we get anything decent to drop. So kill everything here quick. Let's see how this goes. Interesting. Summons 3 minions. So that's cool. Okay, so that's different. So we've actually got some different types of towers showing up now. Don't think there's anything. Okay, so there's just one tendril, it looks like. Get out of there. not place our towers very well. So I didn't do very good right there. I probably should have thought that out a little better, but I did not realize more tendrils were going to build as we were going either. So that's what I kind of like about this, though. You know, I didn't do a ton of research on the forums before just kind of jumping right in, and I haven't watched the PC players play. Just because sometimes it's actually fun to go into this not really knowing a whole lot about what's going on. I like the surprise element of this. And I actually prefer to figure it out on my own. Just normally how I go into these leagues, I'll look up kind of the basics and then just learn the rest of my own. And then from what I learned there is actually what I share in the videos that I make. Okay, so I like these cold totems. Just because I like the fact that obviously it slows everything down for us. So she said something about it branching. Okay, yeah, so we got more enemies up here. So thinking maybe we just stick around this thing. And we don't have the option to build any towers down there anyways. Yeah, we're not doing well. Pump destroyed again. So yeah, this is going to take some work to actually... I'm assuming I should have actually been down here building a few more towers. I'm wondering if maybe we should build the towers towards the bottom next time and then actually build up towards the pump later. I'm kind of intrigued that there's actually a league mechanic that I don't have fully figured out yet. But let's cruise through here a bit faster. We're spending a lot of time in Act 1. Holy crap, there are a lot of mobs here. Ooh. So after this, we'll actually be able to grab prophecies, since we will free Navali, who gives us prophecies, but I never really do this early in the game. I just don't feel it makes sense to spend your prophecies so early. I'd rather stack my silver coins for later on in the game. Takes him out. Good. Some good gauntlets. Oh, we're actually over encumbered. Let's see. Let's drop those. That's a chromatic. That's a rare. So we want to keep that. Is this bow better than ours? Physical, fire resist, accuracy. Dex, yes. So let's grab these gauntlets. These will hopefully... Oh, shoot. We've got two of our greens. We can just equip those back onto our bow. Armor, evasion, life. Life on kill, mana on kill. Yeah, it's better than literally nothing. So, we have new gloves. Now, they are energy shield based. Oh, no, they do have evasion based, too. The two current rolls are just both blue. So, I just drop those. Those are just wasting inventory space. So life and fire resist on that currently. Lightning resist. Increased evasion rating. Quality is also up 8. These are armor energy shield based. These are evasion based. That's odd that it has a red roll. We'll actually use that. These we don't need to hold on to. What's our current belt doing? Energy shield. We don't want that. Global physical damage. Yeah, that's the way we want to go. We can just drop these. Infuse channeling support. We'll hold on to it for now, in case we do decide we want to use that. That, I believe, is the bow that we stopped using earlier. All the way from Japan. Nice. Welcome to the stream. Happy to have you. Konnichiwa. That is literally all the Japanese that I know. So I apologize for not knowing more.
Thank you.
And for any of you joining the stream now who are Xbox One users, my condolences. I think it's kind of crap what's going on with you guys right now, that you don't have the new league yet. That's super, super unfortunate. Especially considering, like, we already wait on console a few days after PC gets it, so... And from what I heard, you guys are actually waiting for the second time in the last 2 leagues, which... Yeah, not cool. Not cool at all. So I hope that gets sorted out for you guys sooner rather than later. Hopefully at this time tomorrow, you guys are at least a few levels in. So let's go ahead and clear this area out. So far I've had fun, I guess. I guess it's probably more or less the fact that I'm playing a new character. I've been kind of enjoying the new league so far. I haven't had any luck with the new mechanics. We've actually been failing every single time. But I think I have a relatively good idea of what I may have been doing wrong, but we'll figure it out. Let's see, is there any other area where things can come in and mess with us from? Potentially here. It does seem like those tendrils can branch out pretty far. We do have a skill point to use. More dexterity. Okay, so I think, so we came in through that way, we just cleared out that room. I don't think they're going to extend further than that. So it's starting here. Okay, so there's the first tendril. So let's build close to that. And then when she says it's branching off, we'll try and move from there. Okay, so she just said it's branching. Where is it branching? Looks like it branched directly in front of us, so at least it didn't move to the other end. Where did it spread to? So still not up there. That's fine. So at least everything's in front of us. I'm making me nervous, lady. Lay a couple bear traps. I'm just going to try and slow everything down as much as possible as it's coming through. And hopefully that will work. Oh, yikes. Ah, we died. First death. Okay, at least we're close. Staying directly in their line of fire probably wasn't the greatest idea. Did we do it? We did it. We did it. Okay. Awesome. So, success. So my theory on what I was doing wrong looks like it was somewhat correct. So now we get our rewards. New quiver, that'll be good. Okay, so no oils or anything, but that's fine. So now I actually do have a bit of a better idea as to what we were doing incorrectly before. Or, well, what I was doing incorrectly before. I'm not going to place this on you guys, not taking you down with me. Increase physical damage, that'll be good. Energy shield, fire, so some resistances at least, some intelligence, which just has more energy shield. We don't necessarily need that, but the rings we have right now aren't the greatest anyways. So we'll equip that. Let's identify max mana, cold resist, lightning resist. Kind of like having an extra 25 life currently, so I think I'll stick with that at the moment. Although having all this cold resist and that lightning resist might not be bad for later. So we'll hold on to that for now. Yeah, so we actually successfully ran through our first Blight, so that's awesome. Here we are, first trial of ascendancy of the league. Come back around. So now that I have a better idea of how this works, I do kind of like it. Oop, a little bit of damage there. No big deal. Ooh, that one almost caught me. That did a lot of damage. Nice. Ah, no. It's not going to be a game changer for the build or anything, but I'd still like to have that rare for the currency. There we go. Alright, so far so good. Just going to cruise through the rest of this area if we can. A little laggy right there. There we go. Finally let me pick that up. Felt like it took way too long. Alright, there's our exit to the next area. Upper prison. So yeah, we're just winding down Act 1 here. Things took a little bit longer just because obviously we're running the league mechanics. We're not really racing through. Otherwise, if we just skip through, been equipping quickly, not really looking at items, had a pre-planned build, yeah, we probably could have gotten this done in about half the time. If you're really cruising through, you can actually run Act 1 in about a half hour. There's our first strong box. I mean, personally, for streams, I'm not a racer, so I like to just kind of take my time, explain things as I'm going. And I kind of wanted to experiment with the league mechanics anyways, so I wasn't just going to kind of cruise through all the Blight, I don't even know what you call them, just call them the Blight, I suppose. 3 additional magic items, 3 packs of monsters. Alright, let's do it.
My mana is gone.
Level 11. Ooh, a decent flask early. That's always good. Nothing too great here.
That would only slow me down.
Oh, we're over encumbered. Additional evade, yeah, it's not nearly as good as what we already have. We do have a decent amount of chromatics that we probably should get rid of here soon. Additional elemental resistances. Let's actually equip that. We'll use that for now. For not actually having a build in mind before kind of jumping right in and doing this all on the fly, it's actually not going too bad. We died once, and it was actually through the Blight, which was probably just my own error in how I was playing that through. And we're going to go into town real quick and just sell off some items. Oh, lesser multi-barrel projectiles. No, added cold damage, melee splash. We don't use melee. So I believe if we are using... I want to double check. Oh, it's actually in our chest piece, that's right. Caustic arrow. Yeah, it is chaos damage. So void manipulation could actually be a solid support gem for that, at least starting off. Let's go ahead and sell these all off. Let's sell these 2 rings too. We'll just sell that just to get rid of it and actually get something for it. So infused channeling, that may come in handy later on. Additional accuracy could as well. Doubtful, but we'll hold on to it for now. Goodbye. Oh, it's Navali. She's not going to give us a quest, so that doesn't matter. Head back to where we were. We may be heading back. Our challenges are actually showing up a little delayed. Alright, so let's clear out this area, because I have a feeling it'll branch off back here. And we'll see if we can be 2 for 2 for our last 2 blights. Get our mana back. Oh, that's right, we have a passive skill point. We may as well start. So this will be solid. Okay, so we're going to start over here. I was going to say, I think there's going to be 2 portals to start. It's nice though, because they're all kind of funneling through this door, which makes this a little bit easier. There's that arrow skill that rocked us earlier. So we're already getting pushed back a little. That is not good. But we are still holding our ground. And we did it again. 2 for 2. See, it does kind of seem like a key is... Oh, we got our first oil. Can we combine with other oils at Cassia to enchant rings? Aim is up. I mean, that's pretty basic. Just 2 rewards that time? That would appear to be the case. Not bad though. I'm glad we completed another one. So yeah, it does seem like if you start building further away from you, that's kind of ideally the way to go, which makes sense because then your tower, I mean, it works like any other tower defense game. You build your first towers as close to the enemy's spawn point as you possibly can, so that way, you know, you're doing damage right away. As opposed to if you build something at, you know, the area you're defending right away, those enemies are essentially going through that entire area without taking any damage from towers. Kind of, I probably should have just thought of that just through common sense, but yeah, experimentation. Live and you learn.
Quite sure of yourself, aren't you, Huntress?
So, and the more I figure out about this league, obviously it'll go into a video later on. Ooh, a little bit of lag there. Just like with any other league, I'll make sure to do a nice little tutorial video about the different league mechanics, which will probably include, you know, actually running through the towers. You know, hopefully once I am actually able to figure out what enemies are weak to what towers, we'll do a video on that for sure, so we can spread that information along with what the different oils do and everything else. Good, we do have some enemies here. As I say, we're running out of charges on our flasks here. I think our evasion actually helped us out there. There we go.
I've done for you what I would do for any
I
wounded
don't need
enemy.
them all. Ooh, a couple of bows. That's solid. Scare mask. That could be solid. We probably don't need that. We don't need a knife. Amulet will be nice. We'll take the strap leather just to see if that'll be... Actually, I think our 3-link is our chest piece right now. So we probably won't try and downgrade there. Life regen and mana. Evasion's at 22. No, I'll actually stick with what we've got for that. Accuracy and fire resist. I think we'll stick with what we've got there too. Physical damage. Fire and cold damage aren't really going to do a lot for us. Critical strike multiplier, life on killing, accuracy. So that's pretty decent. Oh, we were out of Scrolls of Wisdom. That sucks. I should have managed that a little bit better. We'll head up to Prisoner's Gate. So we could turn that into Tarklay, but, well, actually, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We'll just come right back. Oh, that's right. I actually read about... See, I don't have an Xbox, but, like, I try and stay kind of current on just gaming news in general. Just 'cause console's a console. Like, whatever you choose to play on is totally, you know, up to you. I don't think anyone should disparage anyone else for what console they're on. I think it's kind of silly. Blank Arrow, Whirling Blades isn't going to do us any good. Smoke Mine Could give us some decent evasion. Well, it could work well for our evasion. Gives us movement speed. Precision sounds nice too. But let's go with precision for now. We can always buy the other gems we want anyways. But yeah, I had read that Xbox Live was down for a while, so that actually makes sense. Fortunately, I still clearly do not. Oh, I got a scroll of wisdom in here. Let's use that on this bow, actually. Dex, physical damage, attack speed, and critical strike multiplier. 8 to 30, 8 to 20. It also has some elemental damage to it. Crit strike multiplier is almost identical. A little more attack speed and dexterity on here. The only problem is it's just only has one slot. And we need 2 greens, so I'll actually use this one. Early on in the game, it's usually more important that you actually get your socket colors and connections so that your items are usable.
Hello.
And stats are important to an extent, but early on, your biggest, DPS boost is gonna be through your support gems. Don't actually even need that. Those two I'm gonna hold on to until we actually... Let's actually socket precision in there also. Let's use max range on that. So dash we've equipped. Caustic arrows our main. We're using bear trap. Since that's an aura, let's actually... put that there at triangle. Okay. That's harsh. Hopefully they at least reimburse you guys, like, the time that you're missing on your Xbox Live. Like, I know it won't be a significant amount of money, but be kind of nice if they did for you guys what they did for PS3 users back when there was the big PS3 hack. They gave everyone a couple of free games. I will say, like, I am a big fan of Microsoft's Game Pass. Like, I know PlayStation kind of does it with PlayStation Now. I think my only issue with PlayStation Now is, like, a lot of the games I'd really like to play that were, like, PS3 games, not all the DLC's there for it. Like, a big one for me would be Castlevania HD. It's like the multiplayer Castlevania. Super fun game for anyone who hasn't played it. The only problem with it is the fact that it doesn't have all the DLC in it, and like it's a looting game also. So the fact that you can't run like the higher DLC levels, it kind of takes away from a lot of the fun of the game. And I mean, since it's an older game too, there's not a lot of people online playing it, and those who are actually playing those DLC levels on the PS3 still. Alright, so we got another tower here. Let's see if we can make it for 3 for 3. We'll equip that in a moment here after we clear all these enemies out. Alright, so we might as well continue. Okay, so we actually have to go around, which is fine. We're getting hit by something. Maybe not. Oh, another scroll of wisdom. Let's see. Intelligence, crit strike, evasion. Currently just mana regen. Yeah, let's do it. So let's mix it up, actually. Let's get some minions. Ice and fire. Let's do one of each. Oh, yikes. This may not go well. I screwed this up.
Those fiends are getting too close to my power.
Yeah, I screwed that up. I'm an idiot. That was my bad. Yeah, that's crazy. So you actually can't even get online to play Path of Exile at all then, I would assume. Or I mean anything online for that matter.
My mana is gone.
I'm actually going to be running a ranger. I've never built a ranger before, and I thought it would be a lot of fun to run a ranger, just because it's a build I hadn't even run when I played on PC, and I'm just kind of winging it throughout the stream. So we're just kind of assigning points as we go, gearing as we go. I didn't do a ton of research. Just kind of, I had a lot of fun when I built a necromancer that way on stream. And I mean, we got through with a decent amount of ease. And I mean, if we hit a wall, then you know, on stream we can figure out a way to, you know, make it around that wall, get through it. So I think it'll be, I think this season I'll be able to do some pretty good educational streams. I think with this character, I'm actually going to avoid doing anything with her while I'm not on stream. I'd kind of like to just show everything on stream. So when it comes to, you know, crafting materials or doing whatever we have to do, we'll do it all on stream. So that way anyone who kind of wants to follow throughout the entire league can get an opportunity to see how we're, you know, running everything. Because, you know, different people run into a wall at different areas of the game and through different mechanics of the game, and I figured this would be a really good way to, you know, hopefully create some streams that are just super helpful. Yeah, and I'm going to be running through things relatively slowly. I mean, you know, Act 1, you can run through this a lot faster than when I'm running through it. You know, I haven't been using my movement skills a whole lot. I've been killing a lot of the enemies as we've been going. I've been playing through the league content just because, you know, I'm kind of trying to get a feel for it. Yeah, if the always online thing was still a thing, that would be even more of a disaster than it already is. That's about the weirdest thing ever. Yeah, hopefully they get it figured out, because that sounds like a complete nightmare. I thought it was bad enough that, like, they couldn't push the patch through, let alone the fact that, you know, people haven't been able to play anything online for almost a week on Xbox. Especially for, you know, an online service you pay for. That sounds like fun, and that's actually something I don't think a lot of people will be running this league either. And that's kind of the reason why I went with a ranger. I don't expect to see a lot of rangers this league. I expect to see a ton of necromancers. I think necromancers will essentially be what
My mana is gone.
what Cyclone was last week, last league. I think that's what you're going to see with necromancers this league, and that's kind of why I did, you know, the basic stream last week, kind of showing how I had built my necromancer, and just an easy way to do that. Just because, you know, while I don't have the intention of actually building a necromancer this league, I did want to put the information out there for anyone who decides that they want to. I just thought it would be really fun to just kind of wing a build again. I think it's a really good way to teach people different mechanics too. And apparently Xbox Live is just not letting some paying customers in, which is beyond crappy. That straight up sucks. So one thing I'm hoping to kind of demonstrate throughout this league with this character is that as long as you have like a main focus, you know, you can figure out how to build a decent character. You know, I typically would use path of building and like plan out my build and everything accordingly, but I think the reality of it is, that most console players just aren't really going to use path of building, and I could be wrong, but I mean, path of building requires you to, you know, use a PC, and if you're going to just, you know, use a PC for something like that, you'd probably just play on PC. Yeah, my line of thinking may not be on there, but you know, my kind of idea of the whole thing was, you know, why not go ahead and just literally create a build on the fly that, you know, you literally don't need to, you know, research on a computer on how to build your build, on how to, you know, where you should assign your skill points. Just kind of show that, you know, you can just go into this just on your PlayStation by itself and, you know, kind of do your own thing. This one was kind of rough. I don't think we're going to make it through this. Yeah, it got destroyed. Some of these splits are just super harsh. Oh, we still got a reward, though. That away, Weddy. First time builds are always fun. I think it's the way to go. That was another part of the reason why I didn't run a Necromancer this league. I've done that before. Yeah, I did it when I played on PC before. You know, I've done it on console. Yeah, I did it back in Synthesis League. It was the first character that I actually streamed with. That was the one that I had built from the ground up without using the trade market for anything. Basically showing you how you could create a solo self-found character, how you could do everything on your own and not have to rely on actually buying anything on the overpriced market. And that was kind of my assumption with doing path of building stuff, is that most people's computers probably don't have a problem running path of building, but I'm sure there's some people out there who just, you know, use just a tablet, you know, and don't use a computer at all. Yeah, I thought it would be kind of fun to just create a build through the game itself and not rely on any sort of outside source whatsoever. I think I have enough experience to not, you know, screw it up too bad. We'll see. I could be wrong. This build could end up being complete trash.
My mana is gone.
Ooh, blue Quicksilver Flask, nice. That's crazy. We call that antheming your console. Okay, so let's get full up on mana. Let's actually stay consistent with my towers here. Lay some bear traps. Kind of like going with the ice towers just because I like being able to slow them down and just do more damage this way. And this is what kind of got us through the other towers. Oh, yikes. I did not see these guys coming over here. I don't know if we're going to make it through this one or not. Oh, they just destroyed it. Whew, that's savage couch treatment. Sadly, I think we were actually really close to pulling that one off. Let's see, we've got 5 Scrolls of Wisdom, so we can at least identify some of this stuff to see what... No, I don't want that. Those are all rares. We can just discard these, not a lot of value there. Not really any value there. Shield mana, flash charges, physical deflect. I'll actually still keep global physical damage over that. Strength, life, fire and cold resist, and physical deflect. Actually, we'll take that one over this. Let's equip that over our current. Physical damage and life on kill. I think our current are a little more useful. Keep that for now. Let's see if the short bow only has 1 green. So we're not going to identify that for now. Nothing up there. No, dude, I appreciate that. I try and keep things as PG as possible. So we're actually don't think I've out-leveled this area too badly. Oh no, we're still 2 levels ahead. So yeah, I'm spending a little too much time killing stuff, but I think a lot of that has to do with the league mechanics too. Because there's some decent sized mobs obviously that pop out of those blights. So you end up getting I'm assuming a decent amount of experience for those early on. there's people over to comms already. That's crazy. Those are racers for you, though. Okay, let's cruise through here a little faster. So if you do decide to kind of try and race through and just get through things a bit faster, this is something you'll be doing a lot more of than what I'm doing. Be popping your Quicksilver, using your movement, skills a lot more. You may even want to have like a couple of Quicksilvers equipped early on. Don't think we really need to identify anything this early.
My mana is gone.
Chain boots. Nothing super useful there, but yeah, we don't have anything equipped in our boots, so let's see. I'd just rather keep the movement speed for now. Doesn't really seem like the Blight travels too far. I was gonna say, where did it travel to at all this time? Oh, we can fortify to make them stronger.
The blight is trying to spread. It's trying to spread.
So far, so good. Feel like instead of going all the way back, it's probably a good idea to just build up where we are so we're not missing out on damage moving over. So it seems like when we get more like concentrated here, it works a little better. Oh, thanks, JCV. Appreciate that, man. Definitely happy to help. Oh, yikes. That came out of nowhere. Templars are a lot of fun. Templars were actually always my go-to before. There's times I actually miss playing my Volatile Dead Templar, my Inquisitor. Such a fun class. I think you'll actually see people using Volatile Dead in this league. I think it'll be a solid build. Go back into town and sell some stuff. Yeah, I didn't pay attention to how big the download was. I was admittedly playing a couple of games of Madden while I was waiting for it to finish up. It took longer than I expected, to be honest. Let's see, Toxic Rain. It's a solid skill. Yeah, I think we'll pick up Toxic Rain. It makes sense to use for what we're doing. So I have to get that out of here. Yeah, we've got 3 greens on there. I mean, what we can do, we can sell these off right away. I would like to use that because the item level is so much higher, but our survivability is fine, and it's probably not going to add to our DPS much anyways. Just get rid of that for now. This may not either, so I mean, we'll hold on to the currency. We'll hold on to our Scrolls of Wisdom. We'll save them up for once we get something potentially better. Is there a spot? No. Is there a skill we're not using, really? I don't really want to use any chromatics yet. Let's actually see if he has any better movement boots for us yet. No, sir. Nada. Must have taken a while because of the fact that I was playing another game. Let's actually try to overcaustic arrow for now. Just so we can kind of demonstrate some different skills. So right now, Emperor's Road's blocked. Yeah, so we're just going to go right back to where we were. I just have to make sure to actually equip the square before I hit square and find out it doesn't do anything. It looks like it did. How fast is that? 2 green. Superior gem, those are always good to collect. Those we actually dropped there. Those were ours. Oh, our first unique, and of course it would be a claw. Something that we don't need. That's fine though. Better than nothing. Corrupted item. Talesman. Oh yeah, this is the skill that was actually owning us earlier. Look at that damage output. Melted. And level 15. So let's see. So we're actually looking at bow damage. Attack speed, accuracy rating, damage over time. So that's also going to add to our skills. Cause bleeding, which is okay. Stun. Let's see, what do we have all the way over here? So this looks like the crit nodes. Knockback and crit, attack speed, arrow speed, damage over time, damage over. So these would be some decent nodes to go for too. Max life, max movement speed. So some decent skills up there too. Extra movement speed. Increased life, life regen, avoiding stun, projectile speed and damage. So actually moving up this way is also, there's some solid nodes through there too. I think we'll go for those next. go. This is a super solid AoE attack. Yeah, this is definitely going to clear out mobs fast. Go second form. Yeah, I actually wouldn't mind. We'll see what other skill jumps we get, but this one might be a bit of a keeper, to be honest. Because that skill gem destroys. That was pretty awesome. It's actually pretty decent at seeking enemies too. So what are we currently using? We're using a rare. Evasion rating. These are pure evasion rating. Lightning resistance, stun and block recovery. Armor evasion, life. Evasion's higher on these. Gives us life on kill. So I think we'll stick with the current gloves we have. Dex max. Oh, more movement speed. Okay, these are solid. Actually gives us a decent little boost on our evasion. So yeah, that one's good. Now the rest of these are anything we need. Global physical damage. That's not bad at all. It's actually pretty solid for where we're at right now. And there you can see we hit Act 2. So, I mean, it took a long time, but we were explaining stuff, we're experimenting, we're building, you know, a build on the fly. So, like I said, in all reality, if we had our build planned out, knew exactly what we were doing, if we weren't messing around with League mechanics, we were strictly racing through, you know, you can get through Act 1 in like a half an hour to 40 minutes, you know, pretty easily if you're familiar with what you're doing. You know, like I said, I move a lot slower when I stream, just to kind of explain things and obviously take part in the discussion as well. So yeah, I would expect even conservatively that any of you could make it through in less than an hour. I clearly spent a lot of extra time on it, but, you know, it's all for the good of the stream. But I think from there, I mean, this is kind of how I did it with the Necromancer character that I built on the fly too. We made it through Act 1, you know, spent a bit of time on it. I think we'll go ahead and actually end the stream there tonight. First day of a new league, you guys. We're slowly figuring out how the mechanics work. Like I mentioned before, I will definitely have some videos coming out for you guys, kind of explaining the different league mechanics, just some general tips and tricks for the league, some things to help you guys out. Once we get a little deeper into the build itself, we'll probably make some build videos. For right now, though, like I said, I had never built a ranger before this, so we're literally just building it as we go along. Hopefully we build something solid. You know, I think there's a good chance that we will. It seems to be playing well so far. I'm actually having a lot of fun with it. So, yeah, we're going to call it a night from there. Thank you guys so much, obviously, for being a part of the stream. I always really appreciate it. First day of the new league, you know, great to have you guys here. It's always a lot of fun to stream. I, you know, love doing this for you guys. It's probably the most enjoyable part of being on YouTube in general. So I hope you guys learned a few things tonight. I hope you guys will be there for my future streams as well. I do want to try and be online Wednesday at the latest to play some more Path of Exile. Friday night, depending on what my sleep schedule looks like, possibly even late Thursday night, Borderlands 3 comes out at the end of the week, and I do plan on doing a launch day stream of Borderlands 3. So, if you're interested in that, interested in seeing, more of this League of Path of Exile, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, definitely go ahead and do so. My streaming schedule is, it changes from time to time. So, just the best way to catch the streams is to just subscribe and be notified. So that way you know when I'm online and you can join us and have some fun on the streams. So thanks again for watching, you guys. And until next time, may the RNG be with you. Always.